Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Keenum. Escaping the under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, here's Keenum. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. from midfield. Here's Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Very left, very left. 22.
Keenum to throw on second down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On third and long, it's Keenum. He's going to fire one deep over. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Let's go, let's go. Yeah, we're good, we're good.
From the 50, it's Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. The final shot before the break. Keenum launching one for Henderson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go. Down. 22. 22. Down.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Demarius. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Very left.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Vance Joseph making his mark. His guys will go on 4th down. They'll run with Darkline. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Roger. Hey, 50.
Booker on 1st down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Let's go. Roger. All right, 53. Roger. Hey, all right. Down. Cut.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Breaks a tackle. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver 1st.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they're going to lose some on this play, being knocked back to the 18.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And that is incomplete. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Keenum. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll field this at the 5. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Jarek McKinnon, 83 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Let's go, let's go. Roger, Roger, Roger. Hey, orange, orange. Orange, orange. Left, left.
Off play action. Keenum eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Broncos on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, orange, orange. Orange, orange. Man down. Hey, orange, orange.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll pitch it to Booker. And some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory.
On first, again, they go with Booker. And some room to roam now. 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it and not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Let's go, let's go.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. Oh, it stays up. It is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Keenum. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. And McManus able to put it through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
A touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their key?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Go ahead.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. He's back to throw. Over the middle to Garcon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
McKinnon, he'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 18 yards there and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's going to let it fly, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Broncos, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
queen. Thugger.
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop out of morning, I had me some rats by the morning.